While San Francisco didn't make any blockbuster moves during the trade deadline, they were able to quietly improve their defensive line by trading a 7th-round pick for Khalil Davis from the Houston Texans. The 28-year-old was ranked as the most athletic defensive tackle in the 2020 NFL Draft according to Next Gen Stats. This was after running his 40-yard dash in 4.75 seconds and putting up the bench press 32 times while also weighing nearly 310 pounds. While Davis initially struggled to produce in the league, during the last 2 years for the Houston Texans, he's accumulated over 40 tackles and 3 sacks. He was able to find this success in part because Houston utilizes a wide 9 defensive front like San Francisco that really prioritizes defensive linemen using their athleticism to get upfield and affect the play. And now with the 49ers, he not only has a scheme that works for him, but also has one of the best coaches in the league in Chris Kasarik. So in this video, I wanted to break down some of his film on the year to really highlight how I think he'll make an impact on this team going forward. Starting out, the first thing that became evident about Davis is his run stuff capability. Sure, he can get to the quarterback, but the reason Lynch decided to call up DeMeco was because he saw these run stuffs on tape. Everyone knows the 49ers have been struggling to stop the run on the year as they've given up 10 rushing touchdowns, which is tied for 8th most in the league. But now by trading for Davis, they get a solid piece in the rotation that can even shed double teams. On this play, for instance, the Patriots are running a power play to the right, which has this guard pulling. Then we have double teams on both of these defensive tackles. But despite this double team, Davis is able to find his way into the backfield and make a tackle for a loss. In large part, this is because he's lined up over the guard and has an insane first step. I mean, he's getting off the ball before any of these other defensive players. But he doesn't stop there, as he's also doing all the little things right. As he's making contact with this tackle and center, for instance, he's getting skinny to make it extremely challenging for either of them to get their hands on him. And then you can see how he powers through this because of that insane strength he possesses. This play is even more impressive when you consider the fact this is a 315-pound defensive tackle doing all of this. In a similar way on this play, Davis's athleticism and size proves too much for the Patriots offensive line to handle. On this play specifically, the Patriots are running a trap concept which traps a defensive lineman up the field by leaving him unblocked and then coming back around, usually with a pulling guard, to kick him out of the play. As you probably guessed already, on this play, the Patriots are trying to trap Khalil Davis, kick him out with this guard. But the issue is, they didn't account for him being so athletic for his size. He's able to shed this block from this guard and find the back in the backfield for a loss of 3. Another aspect of Davis's game that's really impressive is just how aware he is on the football field. On this play from the Bills, for instance, they're attempting to double team him by having this tackle down block and this guard coming on a pull. But Davis is able to quickly identify the guard pulling and the back bouncing it back inside, so he shoots across the line and is able to make the tackle for a loss of 1. In addition to stuffing the run, Davis also has the ability to pressure a quarterback, as he already has 11 pressures on the year. That's not to say he's perfect, as I do think he needs to refine in this area, as he appears to rely more on his athleticism than technique to beat guards routinely. With that being said, he does have a pretty nice rip move, and when you pair that with his initial first step, it often is a combo that guards just can't handle. And if anyone can really develop those pass rush moves for him, it's a guy like Chris Kasarik, who's been responsible for turning guys' careers like Kerry Hyder around. And Davis is the type of player who has all the physical ability to really become a deadly asset for San Francisco. So while San Francisco didn't make a blockbuster trade like years past in which they've traded for Chase Young or Christian McCaffrey, I think they made a pretty solid move at picking up Khalil Davis. He fits their system perfectly, and they have the coach that can develop him into a true pass rusher. But ultimately, these are just some of my thoughts on San Francisco trading for Khalil Davis, and I'd like to hear your thoughts down below, and it would also mean a ton if you could like and subscribe, and as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.